grace of heaven, the virtues of the masters, and the mercy of the predecessors, the transmitters, to give me the predecessors cover everything. For giving me this opportunity to give this, lead this talk on Eightfold Paths again. Okay, I know last time we took two classes and and we still couldn't finish, obviously. But okay, so last time we already gave the handouts, which is 2 handouts. It was 3, but the third one's a chart. We don't need to look at the chart. The diagram. Sorry. So we had the Word document here. I made changes already, so I saved this. That's the Word document. Yeah, I made changes to the Word document. I did it then. And then we also have a spreadsheet, which is like a chart. Not a chart. Yeah, like a chart. It's a chart, right? It's like table, chart, whatever. So to explain more advanced level, in depth, okay? Because Eightfold Paths is really a basic, you can say it's the most basic, fundamental of, I passed it out last time. 上一次 You can print it out, I guess. Can you print it out this? We can do it again. But then the spreadsheet, they probably need to.
Spreadsheet?
Yeah, but then I gotta make a correction. Wow. We already did it last time, right? Like 3 months ago, 4 months. I know. See, it's
that the outline. What's on the screen? Now, when we take the outline home, number 1, do not read it in the bathroom or the bedroom. Number 2, do not throw it in the garbage. It's a very bad sin.
Well, see, that's why I'm not. All of this is online, but the important thing is this: it's when you take anything here. Because we're talking about something that's that's spiritual, right? Something that's it's not secular stuff. It's not like a newspaper or a magazine, okay? So it's something that's holy, quote unquote, holy, 圣, okay, holy. So we should treat it as such. Understand? Okay? So it's not like a newspaper. Get it? Okay, newspaper we throw it on the floor, we throw it in the trash, we do whatever with it, right? We wrap things with it. That's different. You get it? And another thing is this. When we give handouts, it is hope. There's a hope. There's an implied hope that you study it. Okay, you don't just read it in this class. You take it home and study it and learn it. Okay, learn from it. That's the whole idea, right? Otherwise, if you're not going to do that, there's no point in giving you the handout. Okay, I have to say this, all right? Because no, I have to say it because it's not obvious. Apparently, it's not obvious. Okay, so we have to treat it as such. Okay, because I'm tired of saying this because. Yeah, leave it here. Right. Because ultimately it's for your benefit. But if you don't think that's for your benefit, then then treat it likewise. Okay, so we should do it that way. Okay, it's not like a newspaper. All right, it's not like a newspaper. Okay, all right. So hopefully we understand. Okay, hopefully we're all on the same page. Okay, see, I may there should be some changes, but you print it out. That's okay. Because there's no room. The chart, that's too. Because you try to fit in one page. I have to change the font. We have to. On the intermediate column and on the advanced column, we have to change lower. We have to reduce the fonts so that we can add stuff. No, you can zoom in, but see on the intermediate, that first column on the left, the first big column, underneath the, near the top. If you go up to the top, see between the black, the dispelling the four, between that 2 space right here, you gotta add the 5 dull vices and the 5 false views. But there's not enough room. And then that will lead to. So I get that. It should be the same color as in the next column, which is beneath the do not eliminate the 7 agents. See, that will lead to eliminating the 7 agents. You get it?
Well, maybe we'll update
See,
this
we don't have no room. See, the 7 agents down there. See, I have it down there, next to Sangha, to the right of Sangha. It's there, but I just don't have room. So what are you going to do? Yeah, no, you have to change the font. You have to change the fonts. But then it's gonna be hard to read, whatever. But it's a lot. You know, it's a lot. I want to explain the triple Jew too because okay, all right. Let's get started. Okay. I already talked about that in detail, the word, so we're not going to rely too much on the Word document today because in my previous class talking about this topic, I spent the first hour talking about. So most of us, I mean, it's pretty basic stuff. I mean, you know, it's pretty basic. It should be basic, okay? I mean, I hope for most of us, okay? All right? So let me just give you a broad overview, okay, of that, okay? The reason why this what we call the Noble Eightfold Path, that means it's something that's special, okay, special. Something that's very special, unique, special, okay. All right. The reason why this Noble Eightfold Path is so special or so, you can say, important. It's basic. It's actually really basic. It's the fundamentals. So if you really want to achieve Buddhahood, you better get this right. If you don't, forget about it. That's very simple. I could say it just flat out like that. So if you can't get this right, sorry. If we can't get this right, you're not going to be a Buddha. That's very simple. Okay? So it's very simple. All right. So and here's why. People say, oh, you know, I meditate. I do all types of meditation. That's only one part. That's only one part. That's at best half. I can tell you, at best, if you meditate, if you do meditation to the highest level, and you don't do anything else, at best you only become an arhat, or maybe a pratyek Buddha. But that's it. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it. At best half. Okay, you're not gonna reach Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Okay, all right, we're not gonna reach that. Okay, so now. The reason why this is so important is because this is the first topic he gave right after his enlightenment, okay, to his 5 ascetic friends, or former friends, former co-cultivators, colleagues, okay. So that's, he could have picked everything else, any other topic, but he chose this because why? It's the most basic. It's the most fundamental. So on one view, so if you look at the word handout, it's very basic. Okay, I mean it's basic. On the surface, it's very basic. Okay, on the surface, it's very basic. All right. Okay, so you guys can read it yourself. The background, it's his very first teaching. Okay, or discourse or sermon, whatever you want to call it, to his 5 ascetic friends. Okay. Co-cultivators, okay? They've been cultivating for 7-8 years already together, okay? And then there's a famous story. You guys can look it up on the internet, okay? Go look it up. It's called the Dharmakakara Pravartana Sutta, okay? All right, so it's called Setting in Motion the Dharma Wheel, which is very appropriate because that's his very first lecture, and he basically, that's like the first step on the path of becoming a Buddhahood, okay, of enlightenment, all right? So it's called Setting in Motion the Dharma Wheel. You get it? Fa Lun, right? Fa Lun. Okay, setting in motion. That means he's starting. And do you know that the story goes, there's many stories, but there's a story goes that when he did that, right, when he did give his first lecture, okay, or first, this discourse, all the Buddhas, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Devas, celestial beings, throughout all the heavens, and also the underworld, all the, ghosts, demons, whoever, asuras, okay, whatever, all were shocked, and they all, like when he gave this first lecture, it can say that his voice, if you will, transcended all these realms. You know that, not just earthly realm. So all the bodhisattvas, devas can hear it, and all the underworld demons can hear too. Okay. So that's the power of a Buddha's, you can say, voice or words. Okay, and okay. So anyway, and all the devas and the demons were happy because they realized that this is the beginning of a new era where the true Dharma can be taught, so that all sentient beings, both living and deceased, can become Buddhas or can have the path. Okay, so that's why it's so magnificent. You can say, okay, now, okay, and this is also known as the middle path, by the way. Okay, the Eightfold Paths. But okay, so we can scroll down. Okay, you guys can read all that stuff, but it interests the concept of also middle path and also impermanence and dependent origination or causality or nidana. Okay, so now it's divided into. Okay, go down a little bit. Go down. Okay, yeah, it's divided into 3 sections, right? There are 8, right? There are 8. Okay, so the first 2 paths are considered wisdom, falls under the wisdom category. The second 3 paths, or the 3rd, 4th, and 5th paths, are considered as what we call ethical conduct, or ethical conduct, righteous conduct, okay, or purity, pure conduct, okay, or good conduct. You can say good conducts, okay, or proper conducts maybe, okay. And then the last 3, which is the proper I'll go to 6, 7, and 8, has to do with concentration, okay, or you can say dhyana, okay, dhyana. That's the term. Okay, so now you go to the next page, Ty. Okay, so these are just some explanations of the terms, but that's okay, okay. All right, that's just okay. Now, okay, let's go to the. I'm just going to very summarize because I want to go to the next to the spreadsheet. But anyway, okay. So the most important, not most important, the key, the starting point. You can say from Buddha's perspective, the starting point that all sentient beings who wish to become enlightened must have, number 1, the first thing. He didn't put concentration first. That's very interesting. Anybody wonder why? Huh? But anyway, forget it. I don't have time for that. But I just tell you why he put the first one. Because only with proper view or proper understanding or the correct understanding of what life is about, what life is, what being is, okay, would that initiate or set you on that course to become enlightened. Understand? Okay, so within that, number 1, the first path, or the first path is the proper view, right? Okay, 正见, right? It includes, very important, those 4 components called the 4 Noble Truths, the Arya Saka, okay? Arya Saka, okay? The 四圣谛, right? Okay, all right? And it's fundamental. Because if you don't see that, or if you don't view it, if you don't see it, if you don't understand, maybe that's a better way. If you don't understand the 4 Noble Truths, there's no way we are going to become enlightened. Understand? That's the first step, okay? And it's very important, okay? So in Chinese, the 四圣谛, the 4 Noble Truths, they summarize it into 4 terms. 苦寂灭道, right? 苦寂灭道. Okay. So the first one, very important, it's the truth of, we call it suffering. It's really unsatisfactoriness, all that. Okay, all that. Okay. It's dukkha. The Sanskrit term he used, Buddha used, was called dukkha. So in essence, life is a sea of suffering. That's what he called it. Now, most people would disagree. Trump would disagree. He goes, hey, I'm a president, man. I mean, come on. I get to say whatever I want, do whatever I want, whatever, locker room talk, all that stuff. Hey, no problem, man. But that's wrong. See, that's not the proper view, okay? All right? That life is indeed a sea of suffering. And we'll get to that, understand, It's not that, suffering, dukkha, we have to really explain what dukkha means. Suffering is too narrow. It's not, that's why I don't like to use the word suffering, because people automatically think, oh, it's physical pain, emotional pain. That's a small part. As a matter of fact, that's only 1/3 of it. The other 2 parts, and which I defined already in the upper section, the previous page, under dukkha. You guys can look it up. It implies that there's a general sense of dissatisfaction, something that's not satisfactory, something that's not complete, something that's not ideal, not perfect. You get it? And also something that's impermanent. So like say, oh, now winter's coming. God, I wish summer could last forever. That's not going to happen because that's not real life. Real life, you understand? Okay, things change. In other words, impermanent, change. I'm subject to change. Get it? Oh, I like to stay young forever. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. We're going to age, right? So that's all part of dukkha. Get it? Okay. So and actually, it's very interesting. Why? Remember I said earlier the first two paths are part of wisdom. Huh? There's a reason. Okay, why the first two are considered a part of wisdom. Because if you have wisdom, if we have wisdom, we will understand that life, we will agree with the Four Noble Truths, especially the first one, that life is indeed suffering. Understand? That takes wisdom. When I'm saying this, it means it requires wisdom to realize that. Get it? Make sense? Grok? Do you guys grok? Okay? Grok, whatever. Grok. Okay?
What you mean here is it's not just our physical suffering.
Right.
We
It's
have
also,
to reincarnate. You know what I mean? You don't know
well, we'll get to the other truth too. Yeah. That's right. It's not just physical or emotional or even emotional. It's all that, and I'll lead to that. Yeah, it's also suffering is because it's also samsara. But the samsara you can say is a result. I mean, it's a result of the other two. Okay, the other three, and then second truth, 第二圣谛, the second. Okay, so basically the first truth describes what is life, what is living or being about, or physical being. Okay, what is being all about? Dukkha. It's dukkha. So it takes wisdom to see that, obviously. If we're deluded, 无觉, if we are 无明, right, you're not going to see that. You're going to say, hey, I'm happy, man. I'm healthy. I'm young. I have a great job. I have a great wife, family, you don't realize that it's not going to last, number one. Okay? And it's not perfect, okay? All right? Don't tell me you don't have never felt ill. Never got angry, never felt sad, never, etc. Of course not, right? Okay, so that's why it takes wisdom to understand that. Get it? Okay, so the second truth, then that leads to the second truth. The second truth is there's a cause for all this dukkha. Get it? There's a cause. And what is the cause? Mainly due to ignorance. 无明, 无觉, 无知. You can say that. Okay? All that leading to what? 见, right? False views. Or we call it facet. Chinese just say 见面的见, okay? 见, 假见, or this is 假见, but it just means wrong views, false views, wrong views. 疑, doubts, 取, right? Or 欲, desires, and 取, attachments. Get it? So it leads, because we are ignorant, we are 无明, 无觉, we don't realize, well, later on we'll get that. We don't realize we have a Buddha nature. We just think, we just treat our physical reality as real. Get it? As real or permanent or whatever. Okay? So that is a false view. That's a wrong view. And I'll talk about the four wrong views later, the four inverted views. Okay? That's one of them. That's part of the false views. Okay? Also, false views also implies the ego. There's a 能所. Get it? That's also a view. 能跟所. You understand what 能所 means? Subject object. There's a me, there's a you. Get it? There's a us, there's a them, right? The four marks, 四相, 4 marks, 4 images, right? The ego, the personality, the life, and being, right? Something like that, right? I think that's how we translate. You're gonna find it in the spreadsheet chart, okay? But anyway, all right. So all that, because we all have all those views, due to ignorance, because we don't understand, we don't realize who we really are. So we have all those views, and all those views lead to what? Doubts, questions, doubts about everybody, everything, and then that in turn leads to what? 欲望, desires. 欲 means desire, right? 欲 is desires, right? And then desires lead to what? Attachments. I need this. I want this. I don't want this. Actually, attachment, it's two parts. It's really right. 取跟舍. Right? 取舍. It means acceptance and rejection. Right? That's what it means. Okay? Or aversion. It's really attachments or aversions or craving. Okay? And those are the reasons that lead us to what? suffering, and therefore lead to what? Reincarnation. Samsara is the second part right there. Okay? Make sense? So that's the second truth. Okay? Second truth. Third truth. So if that's the case, so Buddha, and that's the why. Answer the why part. Get it? The why question. The first one is what, right? What is life? Or what is existence, you can say. What is being? The second part is why it is such. Why is that condition? Why is the human condition the way it is? Basically, that's the second truth. Then the third truth leads to the third truth. So given that that why life is dukkha, and why is that? So there is a way to what? Transcend or cease. In Chinese, they call it 灭. That means to eliminate, to extinguish this suffering. You get it? This ku, right? The first part, right? The ku. And the ji means the accumulation, but that's the same thing, okay? But so there is, right, truth of the cessation of suffering to relinquish the cravings and desires that tie us to samsara, reincarnation. Actually, and so the third leads to the third truth, that there is a way. In other words, there's a how to eliminate the suffering and the samsara. Get it? How to. And really that is nirvana. That's actually asked the question of nirvana. The three Dharma seals. That's right. The nirvana cup. Nieppan, you understand? Or ji jing, right? Ji jing is the same thing, right? Ji mie is the same thing. Ji mie, sorry, ji, right? You guys understand what ji means? 一个面旁，上面是个面旁，一个加面旁，下面一个 right? 寂 means solitary, literally means solitary or still. 寂 the 家的 the house, the 上面 the house part. You guys know the house part, right? And then 属在下面, right? 寂, right? It's pronounced 寂, right? 寂 or 寂, first tone, second tone, I don't know. That's first tone. 寂 oh 寂 no 寂灭 寂静 same thing 寂灭寂静 that means nirvana. Nirvana means what? We're talking. I didn't put a definition. It just means no birth, no death, no being, no existence, and no non-existence. Duh. What does that mean? Okay, that's really the how you could become a Buddha. Okay, that's the second truth. Third truth. Sorry, third truth. Okay, that answers that. So it answers the how. Get it? All right. Then that leads to the last truth. The fourth truth is what? There is a path. How to become a Buddha? How to reach nirvana? Here's the way. You get it? The fourth truth is there's a way. There's a path. The Tao. We call it, so in Chinese they call it the Tao. The path leading to what? Cessation of suffering and to nirvana, basically. And so we have to follow, he called it, the fourth path is to follow the Eightfold Path. You get it? Okay, and actually that answers the question of where. Where do I start? I mean, where, how, they're related. Where and how is related. I mean, it's connected. They're complementary to each other. Okay, you can't have one without the other. Okay, so where is the fourth truth? The fourth truth answers that. Understand? Make sense now? So now you guys know in more deeply what the fourth truth is? Actually, there's more, but I'll do it towards the end because there's more. Because actually, so see, it's very, very amazing. The more in depth we study this, so those are just the four truths, right? Actually, those four truths. So in essence, the 四圣谛, right? The four truths describes what the human condition is, why is the way it is, how to eliminate or how to transcend it, and where is that path, okay? Or where is the method or the way to do it, okay? But actually those four, if you go even deeper, it leads to, you know what? The 四弘愿. You know that? The four truths. 四弘愿. The four immeasurable vows or great vows. Four great vows. 四弘愿. The four noble truths. You know that? If you want to reach to the highest level, do you know that? It leads to the four great vows. Do you guys know what the 4 great vows are? It's in the spreadsheet. Okay, it's on the 3rd panel. Okay, so let me ask you. So when Buddha, because remember you have to have wisdom, right? Great wisdom to realize these truths. Okay, yeah, it's on the right panel. Yeah, in green. It's in green. The bottom. So the first, we know what the first truth is, right? The first truth was, life stinks, right? Life, existence, being is full of dukkha, right? So what did Buddha vow? So he says, okay, I want to, what? Save all immeasurable, at the bottom, towards the bottom, the right panel. Yeah, right there, on the left. Yeah, 4 great vows, right there. Okay, the 4 great, to save. So Buddha made a vow. He realized the first truth, right? He understood the first truth, remember? So he made a vow. He says, I want to save all. Where do you go? Where do you go? It's on page 3 of the spreadsheet, all right? At the bottom, all right? 4 great vows. You guys read the 4 great vows? So from the first truth, it leads to the first vow. Understand? Which is what? To save all innumerable sentient beings. Make sense? Because he understood, we Buddhas, if you are enlightened like a Buddha, he understood that life, existence is suffering. So he says, I want to save everybody. Get it? Make sense? Okay, so first truth leads to that. I mean, the diagram can't show it because I don't have no arrows and all that stuff. It's too complicated. Then the second truth. Remember what the second noble truth is? Why, right? Cause of suffering, right? Why? Because we are ignorant, all that, all the wrong views, blah, 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 blah. And so he says, that leads to what? Passions, desires, remember? Qi跟se, right? So he vowed, what? No matter how many afflictions or 烦恼 or passions, worries, passions, afflictions, vexations we have, you have to extinguish them all. Make sense? So, make sense? So that's the second vow. Because from the second truth. Make sense? Okay. The third truth, nirvana, right? We got to attain nirvana. We got to, yeah. So, and what's right? So no, that's the third. Oh shoot. Okay, okay, whatever. Okay. So I gotta make it. I gotta flip it around. But that's okay. Yeah. So sorry. So the fourth. So the third truth leads to the fourth right here, which is to achieve nirvana. Remember, which is what? Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, 无上正等正觉 or 阿耨多罗三藐三菩提, right? Which is Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, 就是阿耨多罗三藐三菩提. That's the literal translation. But in Chinese, you can say 无上正等正觉. That's nirvana. Get it? So that should be the third. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I that's why I said I'm going to make some corrections. But anyway, see. Okay, it makes sense, right? And that's nirvana. That's 寂静 or 寂灭. Get it? Make sense? Make sense?
That means we won't get enlightened this lifetime.
Yeah. But that's another story. Okay, that's the kind. Okay, so then the fourth truth. What's the fourth truth? The path, right? There's that eightfold path, right? The eightfold path. The where, right? The where, how, it's related, okay? You can say where is nirvana, but, that's okay. Where, but it's not really a where, but anyway, okay. Even though from our view. Okay, so then the fourth truth is that we have to, what? Follow the eightfold path, which is to learn, master all the dharmas, however immeasurable or however unquantifiable. Get it? And that led to the fourth vow. Make sense now? Make sense? There's a correspondence? Just a from beginning and to the end. So interesting, huh? See, so it all ties together. So now you understand. Hopefully, okay. PhDs don't know this yet, okay? Okay, you guys don't. Well, anyway, I don't know. It may not be found in the internet because this diagram is not found in the internet. Okay, to understand, I had to create it out of my whatever. Okay, out of nothingness. Out of nothingness. No, it's actually from Lecture Liu. I got it from Lecture Liu's idea. But even though he didn't put it this way, but doesn't matter. This is one way to put it. I'm just saying one way. This is expedient. This is called expedient teaching. Okay, expedient method. Okay, 方便法. Okay. Actually, everything's 方便法, but because the Tao is it's 不可思议 actually, okay? Really, it's 不可思议. Nirvana is 不可思议 actually, okay? All right, okay, but anyway, all right? So now you understand there's a connection, link between the 四圣谛 and 四宏愿. Make sense? Understand? And so actually, so when you think about that, if you could see that, if you could now understand the link, the connection, did you know that all, you could kind of like summarize, all the Buddha's vows are some form of variation of the four great vows. You know that? All the Buddha's vows. Every Buddha's vow, every 菩萨跟佛的愿都是这个四宏愿包括里面的. Understand? It's just that more specific. This is general, right? This is very general. 四宏愿 is very broad, right? Very broad. So what did Maitreya? Let's look at Mila Maitreya. One of his great vows, right, was what? 宇宙变成什么? Yeah, 娑婆世界变成理想世界变成 paradise, transform the universe. Isn't that number one? Number one, to save all the sentient beings from samsara. And number two too, to exceed. I mean, it's a variation. It's a mix. But it's more specific. Guanyin is the same thing. What does Siddhigarba, 地藏古佛 Siddhigarba said?
There's no souls in the
If he is not a Buddha, he made a vow, right? He said, I am not a Buddha if there are still souls in the underworld. Hello? Isn't that to number 1 and 2 too? Yeah. Right? Include? Make sense?
Does he become Buddha already?
But yeah, he's a Buddha. But yet, he did not achieve the vow. Make the vow. Yeah, make the vow.
We make the vow. We need to keep working.
You need to continue. Right, continue. 不断. Yeah. Yeah. As long as you make an effort, the key is you have to make an effort. Well, first you have to make a vow. That proves your sincerity. And your faith. Your faith and sincerity. Remember that's in the last topic of the Dharma class? Okay, the last topic. Right? 信愿行动. Yeah. 信愿. Yeah. Okay? That's, you have to make a vow. So I don't know, I read someplace, either some Buddha or Bodhisattva said, I don't know if it's Guanyin or somebody, or maybe Manjusri or whatever. Okay, or Wensu Pusa. He said, what you should fear, he says, do not fear to make a vow. 不要怕. Do not fear. Don't fear making vows. But what we should fear instead, we have no vows. That we should fear. Because why? Think about it. If you have no vows, you're not going to be a Buddha. You're not going to be a Buddha, period. Because there's no Buddha. You can go on the internet. Go search. Go do a Google search on all the sutras. Search for any Buddha that have no vows. Impossible. And makes sense. And right here, you start from Eightfold Path because all Buddhas understand the Four Noble Truths, and therefore you have the Four Great Vows. Make sense now? It all ties back. Get it?
But also don't forget the vows we make.
Well, no, of course. No, you have to follow it. You have to, of course, or act upon it, or progress. And that's what the rest, the second and third portion of the Eightfold Paths are. What you call it? What are those two sections called? The precept, the ethical conduct, and the concentration part are, okay? Okay? So that's why the first view, the first path, the first proper view is so important. Because if you understand that, the rest would, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, will follow. Get it? Will follow.
But I think that's very important point you mentioned. Make a vow, and then do the best we can. Send the Buddha always around us.
Yeah, can help us.
Even we only do 70%, we try to make up the other 30-40% for us. So we do our best effort there.
Yeah,
Buddha will help us there.
Yeah, and what Transmitter Lin talked about is true. Why? Because besides the Four Great Vows, right? Remember I said all that. All the Buddhas also say, I will help. They will help those who make vows to help them to achieve enlightenment. You know that? Siddhartha made that vow. He made that vow. That was in the last class. I showed on the slide the last class in the in the Dharma class. And also that's number 3 too, to help us master the Dharmas. And number 4 too, 3 and 4. Okay? Buddha also want, because why? Buddha's treats have great wisdom, obviously, but they also have no 4 4, there's no difference. They see them, they see us as same as them. Get it? So that's why. Okay? Makes sense. So everything tied together. Makes sense now? Okay? So now you know the 4 truths and the 4 great vows and all that. Okay? So it ties. Okay? It leads. That's why I put it at the bottom, because it kind of like summarize. I mean, not something like concludes. Okay? All right. So let's go. Okay. So we could go back to the document. So the first path, first path is very important. So you have to have wisdom. So that's why I follow on the wisdom part. You get it? So we have to have wisdom, 觉 or 有名, 无名, 无义, or 无, yeah, you can say 无义, yeah, okay. We have to have that wisdom. And then once we have that wisdom, that initial stage, we don't have to have absolute wisdom yet. We don't have to have, we just have some initial stage of wisdom. That's okay, okay? 本觉, I mean, well, not 本觉, we just have some, you can say some inkling, okay? So we have some inklings or some flashes of wisdom. That's fine. That's already a starting point, right? Once we have that, we go to the second path, which is what? Leads to our thoughts, okay? So we already have some idea or some sense, some feeling, sensation. Oh, we have some wisdom, because that's from our Buddha nature, okay? And then now we have to, what? Follow it. You have to express it. So that's in our thoughts, right? Thoughts. That's in our thoughts, right? Proper intent or intentions, thoughts, okay? So that 正思 or 正为, right? 正思维, right? Okay, that's the second truth. Okay, now, actually, right? 真正的, right? The 正思, the second truth, I mean the second path, will ultimately lead to, you know what? 四无量心. But I don't, it will ultimately lead to the 4 immeasurable minds. You know that? It will lead to that. But that's at the highest level. That's why on the spreadsheet, it's also on the third panel, page 3, near the top. Okay, it's in pink, I guess. I don't know, whatever pink. Okay, it will lead to that too. But that's ultimately that's what it will lead to. Okay, at the highest level. But for the beginner level, for the starting out, beginner level, we just have what? Dots of renunciation, just a 舍, that's 舍. Okay, 舍记, 舍 everything, just 舍. Okay, it's 舍. And then the second one is to have 慈. It's to have kind, loving thoughts as opposed to, evil thoughts or bad, whatever, okay? And then the third one is 悲. It's really 悲. It means benevolence. You are compassionate. You can say merciful. Okay? Merciful. And actually, 慈 and 悲 will then lead to 喜 or happy. Infinite joy. Okay, so those 3 actually will lead to the 4 great immeasurable minds. But I don't need to go into there. You can do it later. I mean, just start off from these first 3. Okay, that's good enough for most people. All right. Okay, but at the highest level, that's why it's the it's he doesn't say it specifically, but ultimately that's what it leads to. Okay, that's what Lecture Lu implied. Okay, if you listen to the Buddha nature class, all right? Okay, but anyway, all right? So that's the number 2, understand? So it's all internal. This is all internal. It's all internal. That's why we call it mind, all right? Thoughts, okay? Mind. Proper mindset. You can say proper mindset, proper frame of mind, etc., etc. Okay? So now you have proper views and proper mindset, right? So that's wisdom. That's actually a display of our wisdom. Did you know that? Okay, that's a display, and that's really related to the page 2 of the spreadsheet in the blue near the top, which is the 1 and 2, But that's okay. But 1 and 2, okay, 1 and 2. That's 1 and 2. The blue, second left. Yeah. Go up. That is really, see, number 2 and number 1. 6 and 7 consciousness, 第六, 第七, right? Remember what's the mind consciousness and the what was the 7th? The mana consciousness. Okay, that's the 1 and 2. Okay, that's the wisdom part. That it's hard. So you transform the 6th consciousness, which is the mind, right? That's from the first 2 paths, right? Into divine observing wisdom. Okay, it's related to that. Okay, so it'll lead to that. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so that's why this is more advanced. This is the advanced panel. Okay, advanced level, the ox cart, neuter. Okay, the ox cart or the large vehicle. Okay.
I think these two are very important. We need to have positive, pure thought. Because when we have a delusion or make evil thought, they create a bad karma. So
Yeah.
one thought, one bad karma.
Yep.
So we have to be very careful.
Yep.
We always ask why we are reincarnating, because we have so many thoughts.
We have so many thoughts or bad thoughts.
Especially
Especially bad thoughts. Yeah.
And one thought create one karma.
Yeah.
And create one.
That's scary.
Yeah. Right.
可怕，很可怕。
The seeds of the
Yeah.
reincarnation.
Yeah.
Just because of
You
the
already
thought.
plant the seed.
Yeah.
You plant the seed.
Yeah.
Maybe the result you're not going to see
Yeah.
in this life. Maybe it'll happen next life. That's the problem. See, that's why we keep having thoughts. We don't realize, there is going to be a result, right, in the
That's what
future.
we talk about old ladies. It's like, okay, man, this lifetime I do so many good things. How come I'm stuck? They are stuck. Why? And then Buddha always said, we don't see the previous lives, the seeds we planted. In this lifetime, we receive the consequence. So that's what happened. So when we don't have nothing to do, don't just throw our mindset everywhere. Just calm ourselves down to the way the lectures always talk about. Get rid of all the abilities to not wait a single thought. We do that
Okay.
every day, practice that every day. That's what Buddha is doing. Well, how do they become Buddha? They practice that regularly, almost 24 hours a day. When they have nothing to do, they do that. Yeah. So calm ourselves down, just practice. Get rid of all the thought.
Okay. Also, I failed to mention, I have it written down, but I forgot it. But in the Four Noble Truths, right? Actually, the first. Okay, remember I said the first truth is suffering, right? It implies that, to see that, to understand that means we have some wisdom. That's right. That's right. And the second truth, remember I said talk about the why, right? Why life is suffering or why existence is suffering or dukkha. It's actually, if you see that, then you understand the why. That's really the awakening stage. Okay? Xing. That's the awakening. We might say wisdom, too, part of the wisdom, the awakening of our wisdom, to realize that. That's the awakening. And then the fourth one is the realization, or the second. Yeah, nirvana realization. That means you achieve it. You follow the path. You follow the path. It's a 过程. It's like a process. 过程 is a process. And then you realize it. You achieve it. You get it? So awakening and realization, 明心见性 is right there in the Four Truths. Actually, the Four Noble Truths. In Chinese, they say 明心见性 is right there. It's already right there. Okay, in English, it's just hard to understand that. It's the awakening and realization of nirvana, right there. That's 明心见性. Isn't that Buddhahood? That's Buddhahood. No, that's Buddhahood. See, so actually, in the Dharma class, we really, it embodied the Four Noble Truths. Okay, we really should follow. Okay, understand? That's another way of looking at it. Okay, everything's connected. Okay, so now you have a better view, a richer view, more complete, more complete view. Okay, of what the Four Noble. So that's why it's very important. That's why it's the first path. You have to understand that. Make sense now? See, you're not going to find this in the internet. Okay, I'm telling you, awakening, nirvana, realization. They're not going to explain that. Maybe some may. You have to probably dig pretty deep, but okay. So you're not going to find this in the internet. Okay. So I already talked about second. Then the third, the third, fourth, and fifth, right? The third, fourth, and fifth. 第三, 第四, 第五. They all after we have the thoughts, right? After we have the thoughts, we have to what? Express that, right? We have to show it, right? We have to express, right? We're not stone statues, right? Okay, we have to express. We are humans after all, sentient beings. So what do we have to have? We say proper speech, proper action, proper livelihood, right? Okay, those are all part of what we call ethical conduct, or what we should do correctly or properly. What is the correct, you can say, what is our correct behavior? behavior. So even a speech is considered behavior, right? You know, so we have to talk about. I mean, not talk about. We can't do 4 things, right? I did 4 things. Did I say 4? Yeah. You can't lie, right? That's 妄言, right? Then second is abusive or malicious words, which is 恶语, right? And then you have double talk or divisive talk is 两舌. And then that's the third, right? And then fourth is 绮语, idle speech or flattery. Okay? So we can't do anything. So words are very important. Okay? Okay? All right? Make sense? Make sense? So we can't say any of those. or okay? Okay, we can't do that. Okay? And as a matter of fact, those 4 items are part of the 10 taboos. You know that? The 10. So if you look on the spreadsheet, it's where's the 10 taboos? You know, on the first panel under intermediate level, we got to do that. 10 taboos of the mind, mouth, and body, right? So that's the mouth part, right? The mouth part, the mouth part. Get it? Okay, that's part of the 10 taboos. Okay, that falls under ethical conduct. Get it? Okay, okay. Then proper actions. You can keep it there, because that's also the part of the 10 taboos of the what? Body, right? Body, right? Actions, conduct. It's what? 杀盗淫 or what? Killing. Oh, you can jump to the killing, stealing, and we say unchastity. Even lust. I should say lust instead of unchastity. Yeah, lust is a better word. No, go to the Word document. Go to the Word document. See, I have, change unchastity. It's lust. Well, it's purity in thoughts. Yeah, you can have lust in your thoughts and lust in your actions, right? Okay, so that lust, by the way, includes, most of us think of it as, sex, but it's not. It's also more. Gluttony is part of that. Gluttony, yeah, it's like greed. Yeah, gluttony is part of that too. Ty. Gluttony, anybody know what gluttony means? Don't know what gluttony? That's Bible, part of the 7 cardinal sins. Don't you guys know what gluttony is? Glutton. You're a glutton. Yeah. Always eating more and more, unsatisfactory, never satisfied. That's lust. That's a lust. Lust for eating. Yeah, lust for eating. Get it? Yeah. Or lust for all types. Lust for beauty. Lust for passion, lust for drama, I don't know, lust for talking, lust for whatever, I don't know, whatever.
For sleep.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. That's sloth. No, the 7 cardinal sins. You guys, the Bible has the 7 cardinal sins. You guys don't know what they are, right? I mean, I forgot. They're 7, all right? They're 7. Yeah, the Bible has 7.
It's a middle path. Don't
Yeah. That's right. That's what the Eightfold Path is also the middle path. Yeah. Lust just means anything extreme, right? Extreme passions, extreme desires, extreme attachment, extreme aversion, all that. Okay?
No.
Okay, so that's the 3. Okay? Then proper livelihood or 正业. Some people say it's 正行. It's really 正业. 正业, yeah. Livelihood, right? Occupation, jobs. Your job. So you cannot do the 5 types of jobs. So we got to be careful. If you're a butcher, we're in trouble. We cannot be a butcher or a fisherman or a hunter. You know that? Hunter, fisherman, or butchers. That's you create bad karma. You create extremely bad karma because you're killing a living being. Animals in this case, okay? Hopefully. All right? Okay, so that creates evil karma, and which will lead you to reincarnation. Multiple incarnation, okay? As animals even. Okay? So be careful. So that's why we can't, deal animals for slaughter. That's basically that's
why it's important to choose what kind of situation.
Right.
The worst one is discover the nuclear weapon.
Yeah. Or you either design, develop, or build any weapons. Yeah. Well, mass destruction is even worse. I mean, it's really anything. I designed a new gun. I designed a laser. I designed a phaser, or whatever. Star Wars. I designed a lightsaber. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Whatever. Okay. It's all that because what are those used for? A gun is used for what?
Killing.
You shoot somebody. It's not for people say for defense, but that's one part. But actually, there's a purpose for the gun. It's to shoot and kill somebody, right, or something, right? Same thing with a sword. Now people say, what about kitchen knife? Well, okay, see, yeah. See, that becomes the usage part, right? So.
But let's say whoever created those nice things,
Responsible. That's true.
Then we needed to cut the vegetables.
That's true.
yeah, it's the same thing.
There are always two sides of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Anything
yeah,
you create, you
yeah.
don't have two
Positive,
sides,
negative.
right?
Yeah.
Then it might benefit a living being.
Right.
There is a
Can
higher
harmful.
benefit
Then
and
the harm. Yeah.
than the harm.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
you might get a little some merit.
Yeah.
But if it's reverse,
Then you have to take that responsibility. 你要担那个责任.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
take
yeah.
the karma.
Yeah, take that karma.
So
Right. You have to.
whatever we do, we
So
can think about it.
very interesting, huh? So very
So we
interesting.
should design things.
什么? Yeah, lawyer. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because you defend the criminal, right? You knowingly defend the criminal. So because that's intentional. That's 有意 as versus 无意.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can see all my classmates, they change their field.
Mm.
They do a lot of real estate lawyer. They try not to get into the criminal.
Yeah.
They change the
Yeah.
direction. I can see that.
Or divorce court, divorce lawyer.
You have to be
That's
careful.
even just
When
as
you
bad.
do, you guys still have to
You
jump.
gotta explain why divorce court.
So if you
Don't
defend
understand.
the
Divorce
criminal
lawyer.
get away,
You know, divorce lawyer.
penalty, right?
It's
Avocado,
not a good
avocado.
deal
Going to
because
chase
you
after
do
the
not.
criminal's soul in the future. And also,
In human world, we're not supposed to get divorced. You understand? Because
Usually,
You're disrupting the harmony. Yeah, you're defining because you're always fighting. You're
separating.
fighting. Yeah, you're
you're
fighting.
not creating harmony.
Yeah.
they're trying to make a living, but in the meantime,
You're creating dissension among
Yeah.
two parties. Okay, all right. So let's okay. So we know what 1, 2 is. Slavery. We know. Okay, we cannot have slaves, but it just means
slavery
because
still exists in
yeah.
this world.
But back then, see,
still
see,
does.
we also could take into context back then during Buddha's time. They have the caste system. They have the lowest class, which is called the what do they call it? The untouchables. They're like slaves. I mean, they're literally slaves. Their lives don't mean anything. So it's sad. But 2,500 years ago, unfortunately, a lot of society have slaves still. You know that, right? Or they call indentured servants, but actually they own you. You own. They own you. So you're like an object. You're a thing. You're not a person. You are a thing. You're an object. It's sad. So that's what this means. I mean, we say slavery. Slavery is more specific. It actually means that you treat. Actually, it just means treat everybody equally. Okay. So.
We should actually say that.
Oh God, we have no time.
No
What? Second class? No. See, I want to link the two together because last time I didn't get a chance.
We should let them know, like having animals at home, so it's basically.
Yeah.
Enslaving the animals.
Yeah. You are. Yeah. Because
Zoos,
yeah.
you know, like those
Yeah.
circuses.
Yeah. We got. Yeah. Circuses are bad. Yeah. This slavery also applies to not just humans. Sentient beings. It's really for all sentient beings, including animals. So when you own an animal, that animal is like an object. You get it? 宠物嘛，宠物 means pets, right?
best not
So
to.
we own
If
pets.
you have one,
It's like
treat
slaves.
it
They're,
with love
they're
and
our
kindness.
slaves because we do whatever we want to them. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
Right? So that's okay.